The Biden administration has yet to let journalists inside immigration detention facilities, and as the number of unaccompanied minors crossing the border continues to increase. But after a congressman released photos of children sleeping inside plastic partitions, the government is now sharing new images. News Nation correspondent Marky Martin is live in Texas tonight with more on that lawmaker reaction. Marky.
Yeah, Nicole, not to sound like a broken record here, but these FEMA facilities really do remain under lock and key. But we're starting to hear from our first trickle of lawmakers who are getting to tour these shelters for themselves. And kind of the overarching message that we're hearing upon their exit, whether they're Republican or Democrat, is that this is a crisis and that camera crews should be let inside so the American people can see for themselves what's going on. Now, of course, yesterday, Democratic Congressman Henry Cuellar of Texas leaked the first images that we have seen from an overflow facility in Donna, Texas. Well, today, two Republican representatives toured the Dallas Convention Center where I'm standing now, and it was really our first direct account of what the setup is like inside. We had Congresswoman Beth Van Dyne and Congressman Van Taylor. And let me first play a bit of sound for you when we asked what the conditions were like inside and how these children are doing.
You have pods of 50, and you have 2,300 beds in one room. And children are sleeping on cots, feet to toe.
Once we've get to know them and they feel more relaxed, you'll start hearing some of their stories. But right now there's a bunch of kids in there going through a ton of trauma that they've just recently gotten out of, and then they have no clue about where they're going next.
The representative said the Dallas facility is cleaner than the images we saw from Donna, Texas yesterday. But they did remind reporters, this is only week one and the convention center still has not reached capacity yet. It's expected to have 2,300 children by tomorrow. And Congresswoman Van Dyne also confirming with News Nation 22 children inside this facility have tested positive for COVID-19 and are now being quarantined. And both representatives said the HHS representatives who took them on the tour today said that these kids were receiving crisis level care. And lastly, Nicole, again, it's not just Republicans calling for change. We know even Democratic Senator Kyrsten Sinema of Arizona this week wrote a letter to President Biden herself asking that the president both address and fix what is happening across the border.